All right. Power. Yeah, I got one more question, family. Man, powerful build. Hey, look, y'all know what it is. The family is coming November 26th. H-Town stand up. Look, it's going down. November 26th, Melanin Friday, from 1 to 8. And I think it might start even earlier because the vendors might come in earlier. So, hey, you want to come in with the family and build and grow, right? And, build these relationships. But more important than that is get this knowledge, get this understanding, get this gnosis so you can take it back with you and you can walk into your 2022 anew. Man, if y'all got anything for the family that y'all can share in the conference, in the lecture, any little snippet of what you about to share for the family, y'all go ahead and dive into that real quick.
So for me, I want to kind of point the people towards, a new technique I've been learning as far as merging technology with magic. And I did a video back in I think 2020, early 2020, how tech magic is going to be the magic of the future, because we're going to be surrounded by it, man. It's just nobody can deny that. Everything's going to be nanonites, artificial intelligence as we move forward. And I would say that people will definitely see more of that in the future. So artificial intelligence is going to be controlling your reality. That's a fact. You need to learn how to control your own reality outside of this new matrix that's being built around you. So through playing with some different things and doing some research, I started to merge I was doing this 3 years ago, but the first real tool I put out to see if this works was my first ever digital money spell. And it has been the best seller ever. I've got so many emails of people telling me the great things that happened to them using computer code. And most people don't know the computer code is actually in that picture when they look at it. That's because I hide it in the background so only your subconscious mind will pick up on it. And when you look at that picture and you do what I'm telling you to do, your subconscious mind changes your whole reality to absorb money, right? That's not the digital money spell 2.0. I'm talking about the digital money spell, the first one that's on my website, newlartools.com. The second one works good too, but the first one, it really showed me how powerful using these different binary codes is what I'm talking about, family. And I want people to understand that there's a guy named James Gates Jr. who pretty much, they call it theory because, scientists don't like to go into metaphysics. And when you get into the spiritual realm, you can't really prove the spiritual realm until you go up in dimension. So everything's a theory until then, because they don't want to, they rather go quantum physics instead of metaphysics. So James Gates Jr. pretty much has said in his research that he has broken down reality. And in reality, when he kept breaking it down, he actually found binary codes in physical reality, meaning that it can be programmed. And the type of programs that he was finding was error correction codes. So there's already a part of your reality designed to keep you in this reality, these error correcting codes. Not only that, but he found out that these codes were also, he calls them Ndinkas, which relates to West African symbology. He found them in the matrix, meaning that these people from West Africa already understood we lived in the matrix. So the more I studied it, and I was studying this a while ago, and I'm like, wow, this is crazy. So I started playing with some things, and I started using the power of the subconscious mind to reprogram reality itself. And I have been playing with this for a while. I gave one little small technique on my Patreon recently using crystal grids, but just using binary code, family, which is all around you, right? You will be able to understand that you can reprogram your reality. And I've had some really cool techniques to prove that. And like I said, I put it out there in the universe already with the people with the digital money spell, blown away. So many emails and great things. So I'm doing it with healing. And it's not just putting binary code, it's other things I'm using, geometry. to all put that together. And I'm going to reveal more of that in the lecture so people can help understand to go into 2022. You can really transform your reality. Really, really transform your reality by hacking into the matrix using your subconscious mind. So that's a little snippet of what I'm gonna be doing, family.
Yeah. Ooh, God damn, that's fire. Hey, I'm excited to hear that, yo.
It's coming, brother. It's coming.
Yeah, that's live. And you know, this thing is forever changing, man. So it's like, man, and you know, everybody been telling me like bits and pieces of what they want to share. They don't really want to go all the way in. But man, you know, I know this thing is about to be off the chain. It's gonna be something huge. Man, you don't want to miss this, family. November 26th, they go down. Trav, go ahead, Trav.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. If you guys haven't experimented with anything like that, you want to go ahead and hit up bro Yosef for that money spell, that 1.0. Because, you know, I haven't done it myself, but everything that he said, I have tested myself with the binary codes, with these sigils, even doing it through social media. It absolutely works. Because everything you just said, we find that binary code in our physical reality. And like I stress, is clarity, right? This is one of the things that you can actually do and not understand it. However, if you try to break it down and see behind the lines, it starts to make sense. I was an early programmer, maybe 10 years ago. And that's when I was here with MySpace, right? Testing out little HTML codes to make the letters turn different colors and stuff like that. So I started learning about the codes that are behind the face, right? So you got the face, you got the physical reality, just like on what they call a user interface with your apps and everything. You see the colors and little icons and everything moving, but behind the scenes, there's nothing but ones and zeros in specific patterns. Well, guess what? That's happening in reality as well. You see this physical, tangible, reality, but this is all ones and zeros that are being translated through 5 gates, which is your hearing, your sight, your smell, your taste, your touch. It's still ones and zeros. It's still ones and zeros, like literally ones and zeros. Now, you're not going to zoom in and see ones and zeros, but what you're seeing is on and off, right? That's the basis of quantum physics. The tiniest little atoms and molecules that make up this reality, they vibrate up and down. That's it. Binary code, up and down. And depending on the level of consciousness and the amount of consciousness and the type and degree of consciousness behind those tiny particles and atoms determines what direction of up and down it's bouncing, which in turn determines what's being manifested. So something which seems as simple as a picture with ones and zeros on it, with the right kind of consciousness behind it, will absolutely manifest reality. So I urge you, if you want to try something that you haven't tried before and you want to see it work, go ahead and take up Brother Yosef on that. And the whole reason I'm saying that is because I've been doing a lot of studying quantum physics myself, and I've tested that stuff myself. And I can tell you, this makes sense.